Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another TOS video. So this is card review for the brand new upcoming Ultimate Stage card. Right, so I don't think there's an English name for this card yet. So in Chinese it's called 睡魔. So next week we are gonna have this card as an Ultimate Stage. Right, so let's take a look at this new card and then whether or not this is worth it to farm. So this card active skill is on CD10. So you can see there's basically a lot of effects here, right? So if you can't read it, I'll just roughly translate it to you. So in 3 turns, your team cannot attack, right? This sounds weird at first, but when you read the second point, so your team cannot attack. Second point, damage received minus 95%. So basically it's a damage reduction card, and on top of that, every turn you recover 50% of your HP, right? Bracket, small little bracket there. Dissolving runes is necessary. And so basically this card here is a crowd control kind of card whereby it kinds of reduce, sort of do a damage reduction as well as to heal your team in the process, right? Of course, dissolving runes is necessary. So this is similar to what we have. It's kind of a 3-in-1 card, right? You take a look. Damage reduction, we have something like Paladin Queen of Water, right, as well as the Wine Valkyrie series for fire as well as light. So every round we cover 50% of HP. This is something similar to Idun. Active skill there, leader skill of Idun, right, but of course not as strong as that. So whether this card itself, right, in my opinion, I think it's a very unique card because let's take a look at cards which are considered crowd control cards, right? As I mentioned earlier, Wine Valkyrie, the fire one as well as the light one, as well as Earth, Equitos, and Medusa, right? So one thing you note that all of these cards, when they launch their active skill, they have to have an icon next to the enemy. So this means that any mobs out there that is uncontrollable, right, you can't actually use the active skill, and hence there is no crowd control or damage reduction that you can actually activate. So this card, it is special because it actually does not add a mark to its enemy, but actually its active skill is appearing at the side of the screen. So as you can see in this screenshot here, its active skill is shown below the minus 50% recovery debuff on the left, right? So you can see no attack launch for 3 turns. That is actually the active skill of this particular card. So instead of putting an icon on the mob or on the boss itself, right, this actually can bypass any uncontrollable boss. So this can actually help you to bypass, for example, this stage here, a kamikaze, right, high attack. So by not attacking yourself, so here you have 95% damage reduction. So in turn, a bonus, right, by dissolving runes, you can actually recover 50% of HP, and then you only receive 5% of the damage dealt by the enemy. So this is 3 rounds of crowd control, so you can use this time to actually store your CD or kind of arrange your runes in a particular manner that you want before launching out a full big burst after the 3 turns. And so in my opinion, I think that this card is relatively good, right, and then it is a very situational card, but a very important situational card. So notice that this card here is at CD10, right? Crowd control cards are basically CD10 or above, right? Wine Valkyrie is similar at CD10. We have Earth, Medusa, and Equitos at a relatively higher cooldown in general, right? So CD10 is a very fast cooldown for crowd control, and is basically like a better version of Isabel, in my opinion, right? So to compare dark attribute against dark attribute. So overall, this card here is worth the farm, right? So I strongly encourage you guys to at least train up one card of this to max skill. Right, so having said that, hopefully this stage isn't too difficult when it comes out, right? So it'll be a very easy farm for all of us. So that's all for this card review for this 睡魔. Right, so not sure what's the English name, but we just have to wait and find out. Right, so if you like this card review, be sure to leave a like and then share it with your guildmates. So see you guys in the next video.